What's good, Washington fans? I can't even. I'm a little under the weather right now, but I'm gonna get through this the best way I can. Like, I wasn't even mad about this game because my last video that I put out, the one I just put out when they made Carson Wentz the starter, what did I say? All the things that I said about Carson Wentz, not getting it done when it really matters. He's going to find a way to mess up. It's not about if it's going to happen, it's when it's going to happen. I've been saying this, I've said this since earlier in the week. And I looked out in my comments and I looked down at some of the people that comment on my thing, and they was bashing me, talking about Carson Wentz gives us the best chance to win. He has a big arm, he has this, he has that. I just want to know, when this video is finished, I want y'all to have that same energy on my post again. Because it seems like everybody that's been so much on the Heineke hater wagon, talk about Heineke's this, Heineke's that. This man has kept us in the games. They say, oh, Carson Wentz is going to give us big plays. Bro, we went on a 21-play drive against the Cleveland Browns, bro. 21-play drive against the Cleveland Browns, and Ron Rivera says, oh, we need somebody who give us big plays. 21 plays is a big play? 21 plays? Bro, it took 21 plays in 11 minutes. That's not what I think when I think of big plays. Oh. But the obvious thing is, everybody's going to talk about Carson Wentz, but the whole morale of the team just didn't look good at all. Like the whole entire time, like the morale just did not look good on the team. Like, one thing you notice, when Carson Wentz is in the ball, Terry McLaurin's not going to get the ball. Like, we know this. Carson Wentz gets in the game, Terry McLaurin's not going to get the ball. So, with that being said, like, you saw what happened today. Like, I mean, until like the third quarter, Terry McLaurin had one catch for 2 yards. Like, you have your $70 million wide receiver, and he's only getting one catch for 2 yards in 3 quarters. Like, what are we doing here? Scott Turner needs to go. Honestly, the whole staff needs to go. But right now, we're going to talk about Scott Turner. Like, the play calling that Scott Turner did, bro. Look, y'all watched the game just like I did. 4th and 1. We're on the 1-2 yard line. B-Rob is running the ball perfect, going down the line. He's just going down, dragging people. What does he do? He tosses the ball to the left side to Jonathan Williams, which is our third string running back, and it gets stopped. Like, bro, I don't understand the play calling and the logic behind what Scott Turner is doing. I just don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense to me. It's been like this all season long. And, Heineke, he kind of covered it up with a lot of the YOLO balls and a lot of scrambling that he was doing. He kind of covered it up. So he made it look a little bit better in that little win streak that we had to cover it up. But it's just the play calling was terrible. Another play call that Scott Turner did, when he ran that read option with Carson Wentz. And Carson Wentz is so damn slow. He's so slow he couldn't even get there. That was Heineke. He would have scored that touchdown. It was easy. It was obvious. If he would have scored a touchdown, that was Heineke. But Carson Wentz being so big and not mobile, statue life, he couldn't get it. Now, granted, we scored a couple plays after that with the Carson Wentz play over the top. I understand that. But still, the principle is we wouldn't even have to be in that position if Taylor was in the game running that same play. The defense, let's go to the defense. The defense was really struggling today. Defense was struggling bad. Like, there was no Cam Curl, there was no Benjamin St. Juste, and you could clearly tell that the team just was not playing the way that it needs to play. Once again, Amari Cooper just goes off on us, like off. I mean, like, I saw a stat before I started this video where they said Amari Cooper was responsible for 60% of the passing attack of the Cleveland Browns. So you're telling me, with pretty much that is their only reliable option is Amari Cooper, because Peoples-Jones didn't do anything. You just got guys wide open. Like, there's nobody 10 yards around. There's nobody within 10 yards of this guy at all. He's catching. He only had I think, what, 2 or 3 catches. He had like 3 catches for like 106 yards, 107 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Bro, the dude was averaging over 30-something yards a catch. And you telling me you couldn't get anything going? There was nothing that you could get going. There was nothing that you could say, nothing that was going on that would actually try to tell you maybe we should put somebody else over there on Amari Cooper. Maybe we should take a person and put him over there on Amari Cooper. Like, there's certain stuff, like, bro, it's certain things that I see during this game, and it just makes me wonder, like, why are we doing this? Like, it's like, teams go to halftime and they make defensive adjustments, and it comes to, like, to me, it just seems like we just go in there and everybody just sits down there and they just wait the time and they come back on the field and do absolutely nothing. I mean, bro, look at Jesus Christ. I'm like, where do we go with this? I mean, let's go back to this. Ron Rivera didn't even know. He didn't even know that if the Packers would have won today, that Washington was going to be eliminated. He didn't even know that. He didn't even know that today. So I think if he would have known that, he probably would have put Taylor in the game, or he would have started Taylor. But you're our head coach. You are our head coach, and you're telling me that you don't even know of the playoff scenario? Like, bro, what are you doing? Like, to me, he lost the locker room. The majority of the players wanted Taylor to start. The fan base wanted Taylor to start. It might have been a small percentage of the fan base that wanted Wentz to start. And I'm pretty sure after them first 2 picks, they was like, they made a mistake too. Like, the team was booing Carson Wentz in the first quarter. They was calling for Heineke in the first quarter. For 4 minutes, it was 4 minutes into the fourth quarter, and they're calling for Heineke. They asked Ron Rivera, hey, Ron, did you consider putting in Heineke? He's like, I thought about it, I considered it, but I knew we were going to throw the ball, and Carson gives us the best chance to win. Okay. We know we're going to throw the ball, and Carson gives you the best chance when he throws 3 interceptions. So, I mean, bro, this is on Ron. Like, this is on Ron. This is on Scott Turner. This is on Jack Del Rio. Like, when Ron first came here, this is the people that he wanted. This is the people that we wanted. And us as fans, we all talked about this. Like, we were like, he came from Carolina. He bought Scott Turner from Carolina. He bought Trey Turner from Carolina. He bought Andrew Norwell from Carolina. Like, he bought all these players that nobody wanted from Carolina and other teams into our organization and expected things to work. Like, he keeps talking about, oh, we don't have the personnel. We don't have the players that we need at these certain places. Bro, you are the person that picked you and the Herneys. Y'all are the person or the people that picked these players to be on this team. Like, how do you keep saying we don't have the personnel? Y'all knew we didn't have linebackers. Y'all knew we didn't have linebackers. You didn't address it. You knew our offensive line was bad. You didn't address it. You tried to go get Russell Wilson. He didn't work out, so you panicked and you got Carson Wentz, and you already knew what his rap sheet was. You already knew what his MO was. You know what he was doing. And you went and spent your money, $28 million to be exact, on Carson Wentz, where you could have started Heineke, kept Howell the backup, and used that money to build the offensive line and go get linebackers. That's what you could have done. So when he talks about we don't have the personnel, we have injuries. You're supposed to have depth. When you have a person that's not playing, you have a depth piece that comes in and he puts up the same amount of production or maybe a little bit of a drop off. We have players that are rookies, first year players that have never played in a full season that are coming in here and they're getting torched because they don't know what they're doing. They're out of place. And because we have the lack of depth on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball. Like what else is there to talk about? Like, there's nothing else to talk about. Like, this team is a mess. Like, we started off like we were doing good. We haven't won a game in over a month. We haven't won a game in over a month, bro. A month. Like it's hard. It's hard being a fan of this team. But the thing is, I'm not even going to get upset. I'm not even upset about it. I'm not even upset about it because I expected it. This is what we do every year. This is what we always going to do. This is what we'll continue to do. And there's nothing that's going to change unless we get the owners out, which is Snyder, or we get the players out, or the coaches, which is Ron Rivera. Like I said, I respect Ron Rivera as a man. He's coached through cancer. He's changed the culture of the team. He's done a lot of stuff that, maybe that's tried to turn this organization around a lot better. But at the same time, you got to look at the stats. Ron Rivera's had 9 losing seasons in the last 11 years. This is his 3rd straight time that he's only took a team to 7 wins. And the first time we got 7 wins, we won the division by default because the whole division was bad, and we made the playoffs by default. Bro, this isn't a rant. I'm not making this stuff up. This is just facts. This is proven facts. You can Google this stuff. All this stuff is here. It's all for the taking. Like, you can literally soak this stuff up by Googling Ron Rivera stats right now. Like, there's nothing else to say. So it's not, like I said, I'm not mad. I'm not upset. I'm not mad at all. I'm just more frustrated because you've had 3+ years and you haven't done nothing to address the situations that we had. When you came in here, we had Alex Smith, but he got hurt. After Alex Smith, you have not done a good job at picking talent. You did not bring a quarterback in here. You let our offensive lineman walk at Brandon Sheriff. You didn't replace it with anybody that was worth a damn, that was even close to being worth anything. You got lucky with St. Jude's and you got lucky with Cam Curl because they were late picks. They just happened to work out. Like, all these players that you've been drafting, I don't think they would play or start on any other team. It's just that you just got lucky on a few draft picks. So, man, when it comes down to it, I'm not looking back to the game though. I don't want to get too far off topic, but back to the game. I'm not even going to, watch the Green Bay game. Green Bay's beating the brakes off of Minnesota anyway. They're beating the brakes off of Minnesota. So that game's over. We're eliminated. Anyway, we're eliminated from the playoffs. It's over with. Washington's done. And we're going to go in there and we're going to play a Dallas Cowboys team that I hate. I hate the Cowboys. And we're going to play the Cowboys team next week at home in Orlando for our last game of the season. And they're going to beat the brakes off of us. They're going to beat the brakes off of us. And that is going to be the final straw that broke the camel's back. I think that's going to be the final straw that's going to be like, you know what? Ron Rivera got to go. If you ain't noticed already, this will be the play that does it. This is going to be the game that does it. So, with that being said, oh yeah, one more thing. That mascot, the pig, what's his name, Tutty. You got a pig. That's our new mascot now for the Hogs. You got a pig named Tutty, and it's just not it, bro. It's not it. It's not it. Like, I mean, it's not the worst thing that I've seen, but bro, it's not it. It's not it. It's not it. It's not it. Like, they've tried so many different things. They failed with Sean Taylor with the damn mannequin. They bought the Hogs back. Joe Gibbs. They pulled out the Super Bowl trophies. Everything today. It was set up. The morale was good. We go out and get our brakes beat off by a 6-9 Cleveland Browns team that we should have had no reason losing to. Deshaun Watson was just running around like nothing. He's laughing, running 25 yards down the field. He's laughing like, yeah, this team is not good. Like, this team is too easy. Everything is one-dimensional with this team. Washington is just one-dimensional. Everything's just one-dimensional. Like, it's nothing else to talk about. We're just one-dimensional. Everything's bad. Hey, y'all. Every week I come talk to y'all, and I want y'all to know that I feel how y'all feel. I feel how you feel, and I completely understand. I completely do. I understand. But this is what we have been dealing with for the last couple decades. Like, we've not been losing for years. We've been losing for decades. So this is nothing new to teams or players such as myself or fans such as myself that has been losing for such a long time. So, with that being said, this your boy Stacks Reacts, man. Let me know down below how y'all feel about this situation. Let me know how y'all feel about everything and what's going on, and how do you feel about Carson Wentz? How do you feel about the coaching? How do you feel about the defense? How do you feel about everything, the mascot? How do you feel about this whole thing in general? I would love to hear your comments. I would love to know what y'all got going on. And like I said, it'll make my day to see what the people that was talking junk had to say today. But once again, Happy New Year. It's your boy Stasher Yaks. Hail to the Redskins. I'm gone.